Last week on the season.
Early in the season, we challenged him to be more aggressive offensively. Jarvis needed to be the guy that stepped up and made plays for this team in order for us to have a chance to be successful.
You know, he's always been a winner. You know, even from high school, AAU, we watched him all through AAU, through high school. The guy's a winner.
Missouri will have one last chance. Saiz will defend the inbounds. Here we go. Ernest Ross, long range, off the iron. Oh! And Ole Miss will take a deep breath.
Relaford with three, launches, and hits with .6. Alabama snapped a 4-game skid.
The emotion was horrible. It was bad. It was really bad.
I should have played football, run you over like Corey Dillon.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh. Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Get him.
Get up on the track. 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 Run it back. Run it back. Run it back.
Chillin' with my blogs, man, we killing stuff. We about to get up in this stuff and go. I'm hungry, I'm messing up.
I'm messing up.
I don't care. I don't give a mother what? Mother who?
Mother what?
Man, I'm in this thing chillin' with Snoop and Smoke and Yanari. Man, his last name is really sorry. Man, dang, I messed up. Boyo, smell like Flappy Bird.
Turn up.
I'm the real car, man. I mean, car.
That ain't K.
What's the arcade?
Yeah. That boy got that little donut.
Someone.
That boy got that little nugget on there.
Tuesday is underway. Andy Kennedy's concerned, Brad, can they score enough points in this game? Can they get to 75?
Here's Summers on the drive. Summers takes it all the way in and scores.
Now, long lead pass. Underneath, rejected. And he can just out-bully people 15 feet and in. The most physical guy we have in the college game right now, that part of the floor.
He played like a beast. He knows his purpose. Like he knows he's going to NBA next year, and he's playing like a grown man.
He know the game. He plays just with a lot of heart and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of excitement. And he's just real strong and aggressive.
With the physical play of Julius Randle in the paint and the high-flying, fast-paced play of the Wildcats, the Rebels found themselves in a deep hole midway through the first half.
James Young again. Harrison, and that is a three. Young faked the three, the kick out. Poitras will try a three. You got it.
Well, you got to take away something.
Let's see if the Rebels can make a little push here before halftime. Now it's a three-point contest right now, and both teams are hitting it. That's Summers knocking it down. And here comes Cauley Stein and Kentucky 4-on-1. And Harrison got it right back to Cauley Stein, who made the defensive play, and he gets the offensive score on the other end. Biggest lead of the night, which makes it again a 17-point advantage at halftime. Julius Randle's led the way. Nice balance.
Down against Kentucky at the half. We just told ourselves we just got to keep fighting. We know they're a great team. Got 5 true freshmen. We just got to keep fighting and just try to get back in the game and, you know what I'm saying, leave it all out there on the floor.
Anderson, nice pick and roll to Colby, and he scores.
Yeah, finally Ole Miss gets something out of the slip guy on the ball screen.
Nice crossover, pull-up jumper by Summers. Good-looking shot. He's been about the only offense tonight. He's the 8th scorer in the conference at just under 17 a game. Right now he's got 13. Perez up and in. Nice drive. Anderson got around a pick that time and got the best look probably that he's had all night.
Red running to his left shoulder.
Baseline jumper by Perez for three. All of a sudden, Ole Miss has got a little something working. Kentucky turns it over, and Summers scores, and it's down to 12. All of a sudden, the Tad Pads got a little bit of life. Now, this is as close as it's been since the first half. And Anderson buries another three. Down to 13 with 5.5 to go. Ole Miss trying to find a way to cut that 13 down, somehow to get it to 10 or even single digits, and they might have a chance. Well, I think Perez wanted to hand that off to Henderson. Instead, he just rolled around, took it to the rack. There's a lot that can happen in 2:38 in a 10-point game. And here comes Summers. And one. Didn't look like there was enough time or enough effort by Ole Miss all night, and all of a sudden here they come. Perez. Oh man, off the window for three. And they've turned a 22-point deficit into a 6-point game right now.
We made it run. We just play how we always play. Just stay together. Made open shots. Got some stops, but you know what I'm saying, just wasn't enough at the end.
And now Kentucky can just hold it. And they will have their 20th win of the season again. And their 10th win in conference play. They had to battle at the end, though. It got a little tight at one point.
I don't know. It's hard to see that you're playing and you're trying your best, but the other team is always like fighting you back, and you try to get them. You're like right there in the score, like losing by 10. We were losing by almost 20 or something like that, and we came all the way back, and we put it in single digits. And I don't know, it's hard. That's thing that happen in basketball, but it's hard to deal with.
We were hurt, but you know what I'm saying, we like we always stress about we gotta just move forward. Like, you know what I'm saying, we went through this like last year, and you know what I'm saying, we had our ups and downs. Like Coach says, it's a long journey, so we just kept our head up high and just keep working, and you know what I'm saying, something happened.
Yeah, our approach out of the gate was not as good as it needs to be against a team that played as well as Kentucky. They're certainly very, very talented. And, tonight, I thought they were in control of the game from the start. You know, made a couple shots and got them going a little faster at times. You know, they did turn it over 19 times because we couldn't stop them. And then when we did get them to miss, it was the same thing that Jerry, you saw in Rupp and I saw in Rupp. They just go and get it. We're just not tough enough physically to put our nose in there and battle. And as a coach, when you're saying that at the end of February, it's pretty sobering, pretty disappointing. My fault. And for us to have an opportunity to win any other games, to win another game this year, we've got to get contributions out of other people. And, you know, we're 26 games into this, and it has not changed. Our front court field goal percentage is around 40% in league play. Sobering. You know, you've got to try to move forward as quickly as possible and hope that you learn some lessons tonight. Thanks.
Una medalla, no olvidemos.
Sí, se lleva un bronce que...
¡El mate de Saiz, sensacional! Mate una mano, buscaba la continuación, la encontró.
Believing in yourself and your abilities takes courage. 4,500 miles away from his home, freshman Sebastian Saiz does both while living his dream.
Well, I'm from Spain, and I was playing basketball there. You know that when you're young, like you always listen about college basketball and say, "See, I want to play there."
Well, it feels awesome. Well, we tried so hard the whole tournament, and we deserve a medal. We won it, and we went there outside to try to get it so hard. Well, muchas gracias a todos los que nos han apoyado desde España, a toda mi familia, a mi novia, a todo el mundo de España que nos apoya, que se siente mucho.
And like it was, I don't know, a dream that I was having since I was young. And one of my coaches told me he knew Coach Rocco, and he know my mom and all this stuff, and he speaks Spanish, so he can help me like with everything that I need. And I say, okay, let's try. And they bring me here, and I finished the last year in Kansas, Wichita. Like finished my high school year, and now I'm here enjoying college basketball.
You know, Sebastian is a kid that really from day one has brought the necessary enthusiasm and work ethic to be a good player. You know, he's a kid that has played international basketball at a very high level. He's blessed with an SEC body. He's long, he's physical. At 6'9", 230 pounds with a 7'5" wingspan, he comes with the tools to be a good player at this level. He has a motor, and he plays hard, and he wants to be a good player. Now it's just a matter of getting experience, getting confidence, having an understanding again of the level in which you have to play to be successful in SEC play.
You can't even tell he a freshman because he out there talking, and he rebound the ball crazy. He listen to you. He setting screens whenever you need him. He just doing all the little things, and he just got a good feel for the game.
He's a very enthusiastic guy. I think he loves basketball. He loves being out there. I think Andy calls him a cheerleader most of the time. He's always a rah-rah guy, and then his motor on the court is nonstop. That's what makes him, you know, a good player.
Like I said, his motor, like he not gonna take no plays off. He gonna play his hardest. He always ready to play. He's a good kid, and he gonna be a really good basketball player. And I'm glad he's on our team.
He brings a lot of energy. He is a lot of like energy guy. Always ready to play. Always jumping on the locker room. Ready to play. Always screaming, yelling. Let's go, we gotta win. I don't wanna lose this game. Always saying something to everybody. It's always like, he brings a lot of energy to the team.
I don't know, my father teach me since I was young that if you want something, you have to go get it and do whatever you have to do to get it, you know. So I'm never gonna stop.
Good game, boys! I'm talking about, shorty! Let's go talk about Steven. Don't drop me, bro. Don't drop me.
Florida undefeated, 13-0. The Rebels enter action at 7-6. Florida is poised to become the #1 team in the country. Syracuse losing to Boston College. The door is open, and Billy Donovan, Doug, is doing it with a veteran group. A year ago, Ole Miss, big surprise, they won the SEC tournament, went to the NCAA tournament. This year, they're just trying to get themselves into the conversation right now. If it's going to happen, it'll start with Marshall Henderson.
Yeah, and remember, this is the last team to beat Florida in the SEC, was in the SEC championship game, and it was behind this guy.
It is the 105th all-time meeting between Florida and Ole Miss. The madness is just around the corner.
Yeah, I think, we try to take years a little bit different than the guys. I don't think last year's, because teams are so different. Last year's team, their team last year is so much different, and our team this year is so much different than it was last year. I don't think that played a big role in motivation or anything for them or us.
Young cross-court feed, jumper, rims in. It's Frazier. Anderson, bottom, a three. And he ties this one up at 3. And there's the jump shot. Young, we don't see it often. Here's Perez, puts it on the deck. Nice feed inside, and Colby gets the deuce.
Walker's a shooter.
Step back jumper for Walker. It's a triple. Little floater doesn't go for Summers. Working the offensive glass. Another corner pop. He drills it. Frazier with that smooth-looking stroke. Here's Perez. Floater, no. Saiz with a follow for Ole Miss.
Yeah, well, I thought that more than half we had the whole game. We knew that was a very important game after 3 losses in a row, and Coach told us we'll be Florida, where everybody's gonna be talking about us.
We just came out there with the mindset to just play our game. If we weren't excited to play the number 2 team in the country, then we shouldn't have been out there. But we just made open shots, executed on offense. But, we basically just played tough and stay with them in the first half.
Summers to the hoop, high floater goes. Jarvis Summers, big jump from his sophomore to junior year. Henderson buries the triple, cuts the Florida lead to 2. The steal, Henderson for the jam! Marshall Henderson on a rack attack. It's a 9-0 run for the Rebels.
Everybody was talking, everybody was excited. It was telling with good things, the thing that we need to improve to get them, the thing that we cannot do. We always defense worse in the second half because we don't have enough awareness, the thing that happened, and we were talking about that we have to control that.
At the start of the second half, both teams attempted to gain ground on their opponent, neither aware of the hard-fought battle that awaited them.
Lob and slam! Upstairs, Summers on a special delivery for Colby. Summers taking it to the hoop. And Jarvis Summers gives Ole Miss a 3-point lead.
Yeah, it was kind of a tale of 2 halves because the first half was up and down and a lot of shots being made, and the second half it turned into kind of a grinder. We were going back and forth, just, two teams out there just competing and, giving 110%.
Perez, the drive. Perez hangs and hits. Henderson goes to the corner to get it, whips it ahead for Perez, turns the corner to the hoop. Perez, it rims in. Anthony Perez, back-to-back athletic plays going to the rack. The Florida Gators have won 19 in a row. They are poised to be the #1 team in the country.
Hopefully we can learn from
what's going on in the last 2 weeks. You know, you come in and you get to play the two of the best teams in the country in Kentucky and Florida, and you give everything you got, and we didn't come out on top on either one of those games. But I think that there's a lot of positives to take away from it.
We just got to stick together. That's what I always preach, like, you know what I'm saying, no matter what happened, we're a team. You know what I'm saying, we won. So, you know what I'm saying, just because these last 2 weeks been, you know what I'm saying, so down for us, you know, maybe this week, you know what I'm saying, we can just pick it up and, you know, we just put God first and just keep putting that work in, and something good can happen.
I thought we were in attack mode for the most part, and we were keeping balls alive ourselves in the first half. Second half, it dried up a little bit on us, and I thought Jarvis was very good on attack mode. You know, save for the 4 turnovers, and a couple of them are very uncharacteristic for him. I mean, when you talk about a 2-possession game and, you know, we get a clean rebound for change and we make an outlet pass and we drop it out of bounds, or we're dribbling into some action and 2 guys run into each other and the ball goes out of bounds, or we get back tipped or we dribble off our foot. You can't do that and expect to beat the best team in the country. Well, I think, again, there's nothing that can be said about effort. That's what we have to do, and that's what's expected, honestly. Is it realistic to do that when you play 30-some-odd games? Maybe not, but that's my intention. Every single game, let's make sure we control the things that we can, and effort being first and foremost. And then we've got to execute, and we've got to make the improvements across the board. If we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance Wednesday and moving forward, and that's really what I want from this team. We're in the ultimate game of perseverance. And last year showed us that if you continue to persevere and you continue to work, then guess what? Success will find you, and it found us in a big way. That's my message to this group. We're all disappointed. Again, I want you to be disappointed because it shows me that your heart and soul's in the right place. But we've got to push forward. We've got to take the same approach to our next game and hope for better efficiency. And as a result, the wins will find us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.